Welcome to the Nubian Spiritual Warriors Astrology Podcast.
My spiritual essence is Walamu Mudada. And this podcast is provided for those who are seeking wisdom on their journey from darkness into the light.
Kee2 Star Constellations. Kee2 Star Constellations is a family affair. As a family or an individual, learn the ancient science of astronomy, astrology, numerology, and sacred geometry. The lessons are basic and engaging for all ages. They are insightful and empowering. Kee2 Star Constellations. The language of astrology. Astrology does not compel, it impels, meaning it doesn't make you do anything, but it urges you to do something. The planets are energetic consciousness that communicate cosmic vibrations. Within these vibrations is important information for our pineal gland or our first eye to decode. So it's spiritual alchemy, the transmutation of vibrations into intelligent consciousness, which generates and creates a gold mine. The transmutation of the elements or base metals are turned into gold, but not, say, the physical gold that many people are thinking of, but it's the gold mine. As above, so below. These are some basic astrological planetary symbols. In the process of learning astrology, you must learn the language of astrology. All sciences, all genres have a language. And by learning the language of astrology, you'll be able to decode the information and further understand what it is that you're seeking. So let's begin with the astrological planetary symbols. All right, you have the sun, which is the symbol for the sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Moon, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, then Neptune, Sirius, and Pluto. So just staying with those. And below you have what is called asteroids. Just staying with those symbols per se. What is similar about the construction of these planetary symbols? One of the things that you'll notice is that there's a circle and a cross in the majority of them. Sometimes there's a circle and a cross. Sometimes it's either a circle or sometimes it's just a cross. That's information that will be explored at a later date. The astrological signs. Okay, this is something else. So there's three things that you really need to know as it relates to the language of astrology. One was the planetary symbols. Two is the astrological signs. As you continue on in your study, you'll be able to look at these signs and these symbols and glean a host of information. But at this stage, just is necessary to begin to just identify, oh, that glyph means Aries. Oh, this glyph means Cancer. Oh, that's the symbol for the sun. See, so these are some of the basic languages. Now, I said there was going to be three key things. The first was the planetary symbols. This is the second, the astrological signs. And here comes the third, the astrological houses, or the houses of astrology. Now, in these houses, this is the area or the domain of your life that will be impacted when certain planets or signs or certain configurations are in these houses. That's the area of your life. So you see, I just mentioned a few. The first house deals with self-appearance, self-identity. Second house is finances, possessions, values. Third house is your mind, your siblings, your neighbors, short trips. Fourth house is a home, family, things of that nature. See, so there's 12 domains that the astrological chart will address. And see, and when you have planets in these particular areas, then it's sending you a message, it's sending you some communication, it's sending you some knowledge, and you have to be able to decode it using the language of astrology. Now let's put some of this together. Now we're looking at the astro wheel. So we're putting some of this information together. If you look in the first house, you'll see the symbol for the planet Mars, a circle and an arrow. It looks like a circle and an arrow. That's the symbol for the planet. Next to it, to the left, you see the sign for Aries. Now, what that's saying is that the first house is Aries' house. The planet that's associated with Aries is Mars. Let's go to the second house right below it. Let's look at the planetary symbol. That's the planetary symbol for Venus. And looking to the left of that planetary symbol, you'll see the sign for Taurus. So what it's saying is that the second house is Taurus's domain, and that Venus is the ruler of that particular house. So these are some of the things that you'll begin to put together as you learn and study the planet, symbols, and the signs. And further in your studies, you'll begin to understand, well, what information is the planet Venus given? What information is the sign Taurus given? So all of these are providing a host of information that you'll become familiar with eventually. The next thing that's important is the elements. The elements of the universe are living entities with an intelligent consciousness. So let's take a look at the one to our left, where you have at the top, you have the spirit, you have air, you have earth, you have fire, you have water. All of these energies are alive and intelligent. Now, so I know that's a far cry from, say, the common thinking, or just say, like, let's look at earth, all right, that it's a rock and it doesn't have any intelligence, it's just a rock. And they look at maybe the moon as just a rock. They look at all the Mars, Venus, all the planets are just big rocks in the sky. But that's not necessarily so. Nor did our ancestors think that way. Because if you look to the symbol to the right, you will see that they're indicating that these elements are alive. They have energy. They have consciousness. And the symbol to the right of that, again, a symbol that you may be familiar with in physics or things of that nature, again, indicates a life, alive, consciousness. So that's one of the basic precepts of, say, astrology, is that the elements are living entities, that they are alive. They have a consciousness. Now, taking it one step further, the four elements of manifestation are fire, earth, air, and water. Each sign is related to a certain element. So we'll start with the red. The red represents the element of fire. So you're looking at Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The black represents the element of earth. You're looking at Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. The teal represents the element of air. You're looking at Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And the bluish purple, in a sense, represents the element of water. You're looking at Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. See, so these are the fundamental pieces to astrology. The planetary symbols, the astrological signs, the astrological wheel, and the relating or corresponding elements.
Assume the position. It may be with your feet flat on the floor and your spine erect. It may be in a yoga position. Whatever position you assume, your spine is erect. Now gently close your eyes, for you are going on an inner journey. And this inner journey begins with the breath. So as you inhale, earth energy comes up through the center of your feet, through the center of your body, to the top of your head. And on exhalation, it showers out the top of your head like a fountain, returning to the earth. Again, on inhalation, earth energy comes up through the center of your feet, through the center of your body to the top of your head. And on exhalation, this energy showers out the top of your head like a fountain.
Kee2 star constellations. Kee2 star constellations is a family affair. As a family or an individual, learn the ancient science of astronomy, astrology, numerology, and sacred geometry. The lessons are basic and engaging for all ages. They are insightful and empowering. Kee2 star constellations.